I'm back with my first painting. So I've chosen a snowman to paint, and the first thing I'm going to do, even though this is a white background, I'm going to paint my whole background, and you always paint your background first before you do your details. So I'm just going to take, and I'm not going to worry about the back, but you need to write your name on the back so that you recognize your project. So I'm just going to take a little bit of white paint, and I'm just going to paint the whole surface. No paint on the metal, just on the bristles, just a little bit at the time. When it starts to get feathery, I go back for more paint. If there's lumps on top of my paint, I need to brush it out. So I'm just gonna brush the whole surface. Now, the other part I'm going to have to paint is I'm gonna have to be very careful, and I'm gonna have to paint my sides. So I'm actually gonna stop and do my sides first, because I can set the whole thing down after, but I need a spot to grip. So I'm gonna paint my sides because they're gonna be visible. Here we go, paint this all around. Now you're gonna take your time and you're gonna do your best. You need to know I have painted hundreds, if not thousands, of Christmas ornaments and clay projects in my time. Those of you who've been to the art room, you've seen there's a lot of clay ornaments here. Never mind what I've done outside of school. So I'm just going to continue here and do even coats. If you brush all in one direction, it will be way neater and easier on your brush. I'm not going back and forth like this because that tends to flick paint on my clothing. I'm brushing all in one direction, then I just turn the brush over. Now, before I can paint anything else, now with this salt dough, it's kind of sticking a little bit, so you're gonna have to work fast if it starts to dry. Before I can paint anything else, oh yeah, it's totally taking it off, so you wanna make sure that you work fairly fast. Before I can paint anything else, I'm gonna give it a blow dry. And your teacher will have the blow dryer. Hold on to your stuff. Keep that blow dryer moving so you don't burn or scorch it. So now when it's dry to touch, you can do your next color. So I'm just gonna clean off my brush in my water, which I cleaned since the last video.
Jen, maybe all of it?
Sorry, I've got a background helper here do you wanna say hi? Come and say hi. Come all the way around and say hi. So she's painting one as well right now, and the answer is yes, Ednaline, you gotta paint all of it. Say hi, just stick your head down there, see if you can be seen. Say hi. Yeah, real life. All right, so Ednaline is gonna go finish painting her snowman white.
All of it?
All of it.
Like that?
Like that. Okay. So now I'm going to, are you all right? Yeah, real life. I'm going to do the details, and I like to do the big details first. So I'm actually gonna do black. And normally I would do the lighter colors first, but his hat is black. So I'm just gonna take the brush.
You don't need to tell me that. I know that.
And she says I don't need to tell her that. She knows that, but I know that you guys need to do that. Know that. So I'm just going to take, and I created a nice clean line. I like to do my lines first because I'm focused, and then I can go back and fill in.
Yeah.
And so I'm just going to fill that in, and now because that hat wraps around the side, I'm just gonna take and do the side. And the acrylics will dry fairly fast on their own if you're waiting for the hair dryer. Just as long as it's dry to your touch, then you know you can paint. So I'm gonna do all the black that I know I need to do at the same time. So I've got his hat. Yep, I like that hat. I'm actually gonna take that hat down just a little bit lower. Now, my next thing I'm gonna do on my snowman that is black is I'm gonna do his eyes, his mouth, and his buttons. So I'm actually going to use the round shape of my brush. So there's an eye, and you might have done the head up there, but I'm going to do the head on this center part here. So I'm just going to give him a little happy smile, and then 1, 2, 3. So I'm just going to clean that off and clean my brush. Now I might actually have to use a sink to clean my brush because black is powerful. Now because I still have my palette done up from showing you what the colors are, I'm actually going to steal that little brown right now, and I'm going to use the end of my brush, and I'm going to scratch on
I'm done.
a little arm.
I'm done.
Yeah, just wait. So I'm just going to scratch that on. You could paint it on, but because wood isn't really straight lines, this kind of gives a neat little effect. So just going to take that before my brown dries out and give myself cute little twig arms, just like that. My next thing I'm going to do on my snowman is I'm going to give him a little carrot nose. So
I need water.
So I'm just going to take, yellow first because I'm contaminating. So my yellow over here, I've already got the red there, and I'm just going to make the shade that I want, and I don't need very much because it's just a little nose. So now I'm just going to take this, and I'm just going to pencil in, paint in a little carrot nose, just like that. I'm going to make it a little longer. Now I have some more details I want to add, so I'm just going to blow dry it one more time because I want to add something to the hat. Whoa, again, there goes my paper towel. There we go. Now I know there's still some wet on that hat, but I know I'm not going there. I'm going to paint just a teeny tiny little piece of holly right in the corner here. So I'm just going to put a little dot. I'm going to dot with this end. A little dot, and a little dot, and a little dot. And then I'm going to clean my brush. And I'm going to take a little bit of green. And I'm just gonna do a little leaf just like that. And I'm gonna take this one down here. A little bit more paint on this. There we go. You're not gonna get super clean lines because the brushes aren't super narrow, but that's enough. That gives us the look. Then the last thing I'm going to do on my snowman is I am going to give him a scarf. So I'm just going to do a nice line along here. And take it a little narrow there, a little thicker there, down the sides. On the sides, then I'm going to just give it a little, and over the arms like that. And now we have my snowman. I'm going to do one more video for you where I am going to show you how to paint a poinsettia or a snowflake. I'm going to paint both. I think I'll show you one, and the other one I'll just show you with the done project. Thank you.